Alright, so a few days ago I ate those cherry tomatoes and I didn't feel so good in my throat, so I suffered. And it's today, today's about 3 days later, and I woke up with with a rough throat. It's not even a sore throat, it's a rough throat. Like the protective lining is gone. And sometimes my heart beats really fast. It did this morning until I pooped. So it's like I keep associating my throat issue with my heart. And sometimes it's the need to poop that causes a rapid heartbeat. And I get a relief by pooping. It's really a common thing that's happening for me. I think as my health declines, because I'm not really working my heart, I'm not exercising my heart. It's mostly been a lot of anaerobic type of exercise. But my throat issue by itself is very frustrating to deal with, especially after eating those tomatoes. I ate tomatoes and eggs, and it's been a while since my throat has gotten sore where it won't stop being in this sore state. I burp air, I burp food sometimes, so I think that's a strong sign of the hiatal hernia. Food is collecting somewhere and then I burp it up, or air, or water, if I drink a lot of water. And it seems, once again, I can't ignore the fact that it's one of the factors is sitting in the car and eating a lot. Hunched over eating, so I have this pocket in my esophagus that the food is. So this pocket might be more in front than behind or to the side. I'm not sure, but I would think it probably coordinates with how I'm bending over constantly. It's more in front, facing the front. And yeah, I think that it's possible I could someday choke on my own vomit, because it's pretty violent. The air that I eject in the form of a burp. I have some of the most forceful burps, and sometimes the burps get stuck. Sometimes the liquid gets stuck. It's under a lot of pressure because it's the esophagus, and there's not supposed to be a bulge where air or liquids or food collect. So it's under more pressure, but it's I think it's a weakened part, right above the stomach or something. And it's tough to deal with. So I don't have any great solution for this. I just kind of I consider it a bit of a mechanical issue. Dietary, because the tomatoes affected me. It's something I'm living with now. I'm not really able to take care of this problem and as well as I can. I don't think doctors can really help it. If it's cancer, let it take me, I guess. I'm scared at times. I get scared when my heart wants to fail or rapidly beat and then struggle. It's like I could die in well, it'd be nice if it was just a simple die in my sleep peacefully thing. But I tend to wake up in a panic, not knowing if this is it. At 46, it can be. There's been a lot of people, famous people I hear about. I don't know. It's not really close people to me that I'm aware of who have died. Who just seem normally healthy people, and they just suddenly have some kind of a heart issue. I'm doing more of this type of exercise, laying on my back and opening up the chest. There can be more of that, like what I did in my early years of actually doing the chest wall stretch. But I need like a bench to lay on. I never worked my back so much. This is a stage of life where I'm working my back more than I ever have. I neglected it all these years, and I did have that popping problem a lot. There's a stiffness in the spine from the football injury, and that I was told would be a problem later, and it certainly seems like a factor in my problems. So not everybody gets a football injury like I do in my upper back, where there's the vertebrae just no longer can move freely, so they're stuck, and I'm dealing with that, pushing up against the nerve or something. So I want to free up my spine, my upper back, and it seems like it involves a lot of the back of the neck strengthening, because I've been tightening up the front of my neck a lot, sitting in my car, leaning back, hunching over. I'm constantly tightening up the front of my neck, so a lot more back of the neck exercises. And I changed over from the cork to a soft foam that I could push my head against. So I'm doing that, pacing here, pacing back and forth, and then exercising the back of the neck. I kind of feel like I am improving my posture, but that's not improving my throat. Right here is sore. Yeah, just all throughout that esophagus area. I've got just a uncomfortable feeling, and I don't want to coat it. I don't think coating it with Tums or Alka-Seltzer. I don't think well, maybe slippery elm, but I don't want a calcium coating. So I don't think that's a long-term solution. It's something I'm dealing with, and I'm trying to slow down the progress of